Tonight, 2 tornadoes touched down in southern Wisconsin, leaving a path of destruction. We have you covered on the cleanup underway and how neighbors are stepping up to help those who were hit hard.
Plus, what comes next? People in Evansville who were in the direct path of the storm get their questions answered tonight after dozens of homes were damaged.
A night filled with tornadic activity across Wisconsin, a first for the month of February in the state. I'll let you know exactly where these storms went, the damage they did, and yes, we'll talk about a forecast that looks a lot quieter moving forward. That's coming up.
We've got you covered. This is 27 News at 10.
Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Braden Taylor.
And I'm Amber Noggle. The historic storm that moved through yesterday ripped apart homes, knocked out power, and left some families without a place to live.
27 Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Cameron Hopman tracked those tornadoes for hours. And tonight he's taking us through the track and analyzing what happened.
Yeah, meteorologist Blaze Keller and myself tracking those storms as they rolled through southern Wisconsin yesterday afternoon and early evening. Thankfully, today was a lot quieter. But before we get to today and the rest of your forecast, let's talk once again about those storms that rolled through. We were tracking them last night, first seeing those tornado warnings issued by the National Weather Service shortly after 5 o'clock on Thursday. We had 2 separate cells that then merged together to generate that EF2 tornado. Now, we did see that EF1 tornado closer to Albany, Wisconsin. The EF2 tornado pushing just east of Evansville, up towards Edgerton, and eventually further out towards Oakland, Jefferson, and Economowoc. That is where we saw those tornadoes continue to roll throughout southern Wisconsin yesterday evening. Now, again, the National Weather Service confirming 2 of these storms. That first was Albany. That was your EF1. That had a wind speed of around 110 miles per hour. It was on the ground for just over 8 miles. The major storm that we had was that EF2 tornado near Evansville, Wisconsin. That generated wind gusts in excess of 130 miles per hour, and that was on the ground for 25 miles. Not to mention the storm itself, the path of that damage was as wide as 500 yards, 5 football fields. An incredible storm rolling through. Now, again, thankfully, things are looking a lot quieter moving forward. We're going to have more coverage on the cleanup from these storms coming up, so stick around.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Cam. Now, we've had team coverage of the aftermath of the storm with reporters on the ground all day.
Officials say they are still shocked. We saw tornadoes in February, especially of this magnitude. Grace Alch is live now in Evansville as cleanup efforts died down for the day. Grace, officials were surprised to see a storm this big move through Wisconsin at this time of year.
Yeah, Amber, Brandon, officials say that they were surprised by everything about this tornado. 1, how early it touched down, and 2, how few injuries there were given the amount of structural damage that we saw. The National Weather Service says this is the first time they have ever issued a tornado warning from their office in February. But it's not completely unheard of. There were some tornadoes that touched down in Kenosha County in 2008. But if anything, officials say that this serves as a warning that any time of year we can experience any weather in our area.
Let alone a tornado of this magnitude, and a 2s. It's not very often that we get to that level of a tornado. Most of ours are 0s and 1s, and maybe you see some shingles off some houses, and it's not a big deal. But this is pretty significant damage that we've seen here for this.
There were some minor damages or minor injuries that had occurred with a few of the people in different homes. But fortunately, none of them very severe, and none of them wanted to be transported. So considering what came through here, the fact that only 1 person got transported by ambulance is, you know, almost a miracle, if you want to call it that.
Rock County Sheriff Curtis Fell says they're still working to get an official number of how many homes and properties were damaged yesterday, but he knows it's at least 20. Depending on where in the storm's path a property is, Fell says the damage ranges from moderate to completely destroyed. But like you just heard him say, thankfully, injuries were very minimal. And again, he says only 1 person was taken to the hospital. Fell says city officials are now working with residents whose homes were damaged. But seeing as this storm only passed through yesterday, it's going to be a while until we get some more of those details. Live in Evansville, Grace Alch, 27 News.
All right, Grace, thank you for that update. Now, authorities set up a command post to coordinate response efforts as a tornado destroyed various parts of the Evansville community on Thursday. Now, Rock County Sheriff Curtis Fell said first responders received some unexpected assistance from members of the community, donating goods to those suffering from the wreckage.
Very thankful again for what the community's come out and done, and it's from all over this area and outside of it. Their willingness to come and help, to offer assistance. We had somebody donate money to Piggly Wiggly so that they could do sandwiches and stuff to give to the people that were affected by this.
Fell says officials set up a command post to help get those donations out to the community. Hy-Vee also sponsored some of those food items. Sheriff Fell said they will be giving most of those items to the warming shelter at the fire department for those in need.
We toured the worst of the damage in Evansville today, and some properties were left demolished with heavy machines flipped over, windows shattered, and roofs ripped off of homes. Farming equipment was even thrown into fields. A family member of a couple who lives at this property had a home just down the road. He says he could hear the tornado before even seeing it, and that sounded like something he's never heard before.
Did you guys go to the basement too?
I didn't. I didn't have time. I was just got home from work and I was in the shop and it hit so fast. I mean, February, you don't really think a tornado's coming, and I guess I didn't take it seriously.
Our coverage of the tornado continues online. You can find more on the damages and efforts to recover on our YouTube channel and on our website, WKOW.com, including a tour of some of the worst damage with our reporter, Rachel Perry. With all that has happened in the city of Evansville, both city and county officials held a town hall this evening.
Those hit hardest by the tornado attended that meeting to find out what's next for them. Our Jarrell Ballard was there, and Jarrell, what did they find out?
Yeah, hey, Brandon and Amber, officials made it clear the town hall that happened here this evening was not for the general public. In fact, they wanted to provide a safe and vulnerable location for those who have been impacted to come and have their questions answered. Now, during the town hall, officials gave an overview of the damage and an update on the cleanup process. As we know, there were roughly 25 homes that were damaged. One of those homes were destroyed, and 11 are considered to have major damage, and that means they cannot be occupied right now. Now, as this cleanup process continues, some of the victims were at this meeting and they were expressing safety concerns. They want to make sure that they are not going to be scammed by contractors who are coming into town. And they also want to make sure that their belongings are not tampered with while they're unable to stay at their home. We asked law enforcement about that. This is their response. Take a listen.
The last thing we want to do is one of the victims of a natural disaster to become a victim again. We will take the steps of making sure that that doesn't happen.
What we're doing is we're starting to create a list of those offers for assistance. So as we get offers or folks show up, we are making a list. Some seem to be more credible than others, but we're making a list.
Now, police also tell me they will have extra patrols throughout the area where homes were hit. In addition, officials are also saying keep calling 211 if you were impacted and you may need resources. They're also recommending that homeowners contact their insurance providers before paying any contractors. The Department of Agriculture Trade and Protection Agency does offer resources on how to pick a good contractor. Now, tomorrow, the Evansville Fire Department plans to put out more information on how you can make a donation and what type of items victims might need. We will bring you the latest as we learn more. Reporting here in Rock County, Jarrell Ballard, 27 News.
All right, Jarrell, thank you for that update. Now, last night's historic tornado ripped through southern Wisconsin, and as we mentioned, a lot of homeowners are picking up the pieces today. Just outside of Edgerton, a home with its roof ripped off, a barn leveled, and debris scattered across the property. Families working around the clock to begin the cleanup process. Elise Nelson came back to her family home to help after it faced extensive damages.
The man hours already put in here, the resources that showed up in the form of food and machinery is already just, I mean, it's as unbelievable as the storm itself.
The only structure left untouched is this red barn, which she says is sentimental to her family and dates back to 1951. The Nelson family and many others in the Edgerton area will be looking to make repairs in the coming days.
Homeowners across Greene County spent much of the day picking up the pieces after the storm damaged so much. The tornado touched down in the Albany area right near John Albrecht's home and business. Debris plowed into his house. John thankfully wasn't home at the time of the storm, but says he's thankful for his friends and neighbors.
My buddies had put on Messenger that the tornado was on the ground, corner of F and Park Road, and I said, oh my Lord, that's my house.
The only one in the house was his dog, Attica, who made it through a little shaken, but not hurt.
The damage can be felt throughout Greene County. Now, the Sweet Minnehaha campground is on County Road E between Albany and Brodhead and is a popular destination for many. Now, on Facebook, the owner said that the campground took a direct hit from the tornado. They say the damage is pretty bad. They're asking everyone to stay away from the property to keep safe, but they do plan to open this season.
And next time there's severe weather in our area, you'll want to have the 27 Storm Track weather app. You can download it right now. It'll show you a live radar tracking all the fronts that move through our area and give you an hour-by-hour forecast.
Well, we've talked a lot about the tornadoes, but now it's time for a look at what's coming next. This is a live look in Madison where things are quiet right now, but what's in store as we move into the weekend? 27 Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Cameron Hopman has a much calmer forecast. Hey, Cam.
Thankfully, Brandon, Amber, yeah, that is absolutely right. Calmer is really going to be the name of the game as we move forward in the forecast. Today, high temperatures not climbing all that high, especially considering how warm things were yesterday. When we had those storms, high temperatures reached as high as the mid to upper 50s for some spots in southern Wisconsin. Today, only reaching the low 40s. And we felt it. All that cloud cover sticking around the region. As of right now, still doing its job, keeping temperatures relatively stable. We didn't see that mercury fluctuate a whole lot today. In fact, this morning, we saw our high temperature at 1 o'clock in the morning. That was as warm as we got. We had 41 degrees. Since then, we bounced back and forth between the upper 30s and low 40s, but we topped out at 41 degrees here in Madison earlier on. As of right now, it's 38. So again, you get that idea. We had southerly winds earlier on today. Now northerly winds beginning to settle back in, and that's going to bring about cooler temperatures overnight tonight. After seeing morning low temperatures only fall as low as the mid-30s early this morning, this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon, seeing slightly cooler weather on tap. I'll let you know exactly what to expect for your weekend ahead and when we could see that next chance of precip down the road. That is all coming up.
All right, Cam, thank you. And we'll have continuing coverage of the aftermath of the tornadoes tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wisconsin Weekend.
Coming up, the woman convicted in a crash that killed a pedestrian in Madison learned her fate today. How long she'll spend behind bars. If you're just joining us now, we continue to follow tornado warnings in Dane, Rock, and Jefferson County.
The damage we're seeing this morning is historic.
Tracking the storm.
An active tornado on the ground passing over an interstate.
Tracking the threat.
Need to be in your safe spot now.
We are live streaming this. You can take us with you as you're seeking shelter.
Tracking the impact.
Some pretty substantial damage, stretching 40 miles.
When severe weather strikes, turn to the team you can trust. 27 Storm Track. We track storms. There's no other season like it. The physicality, the intensity, the determination to never give up. 2 enter, but only 1 will leave a champion. Watch all the action from the WIAA State Individual Wrestling Tournament, Saturday, February 24th at the Kohl Center in Madison. Don't miss 1 takedown on Championship Saturday. Starting at 5 on WKOW's Catchy Comedy.
Ashley, President's Day sale starts now. Get up to 10 Benjamins in savings without a single Washington down. And save $700 instantly on this 6-piece sectional. Plus 5 years special financing with low monthly payments. Only at Ashley.
If your credit card debt is piling up, save money with a personal loan from WEA Credit Union. With rates as low as 7% APR, you can consolidate to have 1 low monthly payment and save money. Apply online at WEACU.com or call WEA Credit Union.
Thinking about retirement? The Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock of Retirement Income Strategies, has the answers you need to help you plan for income, taxes, healthcare, and more. Catch the Retirement Report with the Madison Money Guy, Sunday evenings at 5:30.
This month, we're looking for 200 homeowners interested in getting a new fence. We're offering up to $1,000 off, plus an upgrade of up to 10 free solar caps. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. Call now or visit the website for your new fence today.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life. Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit. After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
The biggest President's Day appliance deals are finally here at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Shop holiday deals and special buys from top brands like Whirlpool, LG, Frigidaire, and more. Plus 60-month special financing without a single Washington down at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Weather, traffic, and the stories that matter to you. Every morning on Wake Up Wisconsin.
It's time for your morning rush.
Everything you need to know before you head out the door.
Weekday mornings from 4:30 to 7 on 27 News Wake Up Wisconsin. We've got you covered.
A woman who was convicted in a crash that killed a pedestrian in Madison in 2021 has been sentenced. Janessa Cardenas was convicted of second-degree reckless homicide and another vehicular homicide charge. Authorities say Cardenas hit and killed 37-year-old Ashley Taylor on East Washington Avenue in April of 2021. Today, Cardenas was sentenced to 2 years and 6 months in jail. She will also have to do 5 years of extended supervision when she is released.
The school district of Beloit has taken steps to help with teacher shortages, a problem seen here in Wisconsin and across the country. Tim Verda has taught with the district for 31 years. He says he's watched as the teacher shortage has gotten worse and says he's feeling that burnout. The ideal class size is 22 students, but he says that number keeps going up as fewer teachers enter the profession, and that's only part of the problem.
It takes away from our planning time, and then we have to go into a classroom and where the students are just seeing a rotating teacher on a basis if you don't have somebody to permanently fill that job.
The district recently held a career fair, fully staffing one of their middle schools. As far as the nationwide issue goes, Tim is hopeful.
A scary scene unfolded in Milwaukee this morning when a school bus crashed into a building. It happened at the corner of Holton and Locust Street. Milwaukee police say a silver pickup truck ran a red light and slammed into a school bus making a left turn. The bus then hit a third vehicle before hitting a church. Thankfully, no children were aboard the bus at the time of the crash, and there were no injuries.
Now, 27 Storm Track weather with Chief Meteorologist Cameron Hoppman.
Well, yesterday was historic to say the least. We ended up having not one, but 2 confirmed tornadoes across southern Wisconsin, a first for the month of February in the state of Wisconsin. Yes, historic to say the least. The first of which, confirmed by the National Weather Service, rolled through Albany, Wisconsin. It was an EF1 storm with wind gusts around 110 miles per hour. The distance that storm was on the ground was 8.25 miles, about 8.25 miles on the ground. That paled in comparison to our second tornado, an EF2 storm, a stronger storm, peak wind speeds right around 135 miles per hour. That was on the ground from Evansville up towards Edgerton and beyond for 25.5 miles. An absolutely substantial storm system that rolled through, an unprecedented storm system. We had high temperatures yesterday, match a record high set back in 1925, 98-year-old record that we tied yesterday with a high temperature of 55 degrees. Today, we didn't get that warm. And it was because of all that cloud cover we saw. The same cloud cover that stuck around these last few hours, not only here in Madison and Dane County, but essentially the entire region. We're going to continue to see those clouds, and What that has done is kept temperatures cooler throughout the day today. Temps today topping out in the low 40s rather than those mid and upper 50s like we dealt with yesterday. Janesville right now about 16 degrees cooler. Madison about 10 degrees cooler currently than where we were yesterday at the same time. It is, however, still 38 degrees, which, considering our average high temperature this time of the year, is 29. That is mild, and we're going to stay fairly mild over the next several hours. It's 38 degrees right now in Baraboo, Janesville 37, Burlington 35 degrees your temperature currently. Now, as we move forward throughout the remainder of our future track, we'll start to see some of that cloud cover thin out at least a little bit, and that will allow temperatures to tumble back down into the upper 20s overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Still mostly to partly cloudy with that temperature right around 28 degrees. Winds from the northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be a chilly early Saturday morning. As you step out the door early tomorrow morning, or you just take a glance out and you go, nah, not today. 30 degrees your temperature right around 9 o'clock. By our lunch hour up to around 33, and well, high temperatures tomorrow climbing back up into the mid to upper 30s. Still cooler than where we've been, but warmer than average, to say the least. Even with those northwesterly winds, gradually decreasing cloud cover should give way to those high temperatures in those mid to upper 30s. 37 your high temperature on Saturday afternoon. Winds from the northwest, about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday will be slightly warmer despite the added cloud cover that we're anticipating that afternoon. Still not a bad forecast by any means, especially considering, again, our average high temperature this time of the year is right around 29 or 30 degrees. So 38 your high temperature on Sunday afternoon. What about that extended forecast? Not too shabby if you ask me, especially considering what we dealt with last night. 44 your high temperature on Monday. By Tuesday, we're right around 42 degrees. Wednesday, Valentine's Day, high temperature right around 40, also representing our next chances of precip. Overnight Wednesday into early Thursday, maybe some wintry mixture, followed by, finally, a cool down. If you're a fan of the cooler weather, 28 by next Friday.
Time for a little break.
Yeah, a little bit of a break, yes.
Yeah, thanks, Cam. Up next, Lady Liberty is back. We'll take you to the fun at the Winter Carnival in Madison this weekend.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Kimmel's got late night. Yeah, I love coming here. On lock.
Get up, come on, let's dance.
Watch me for an hour and the other 23 are yours.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough.
Now get a new F-150 with 1.9% APR financing for 72 months. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
3, 2, 1.
Live with Kelly and Mark is entertainment's #1 talk show.
We have a lively audience today.
You do kind of remind me of a Rottweiler, like a human Rottweiler. That's for you girls in the front row. You are the worst Instagram boyfriend of all time.
Yes. You know why? Because I am not your boyfriend.
Live with Kelly and Mark. Weekdays at 9 on WKOW.
This is Rhonda. She's a soul line dance instructor. And this is Rhonda's Good Feet story.
I love dancing, but I had foot pain and hated the fact that I had to sit out a couple dances. But since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports, I definitely have not felt the pain. I am able to dance longer, feel happier. My energy levels have increased. Once that energy gets into you and you're feeling good, double spins.
Get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
I thought you two were going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison this afternoon.
No, we couldn't decide what game to play.
That's the great thing about Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. There is a myriad of games with a myriad of themes so you can find your perfect fit. Some machines offer free games, multiple spins, a bonus within a bonus, and multipliers. So many different ways to play means so many different ways to win. Find your perfect game at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Sunday on Upfront, a critical and chaotic week ahead from Washington to Wisconsin. Our exclusives, Democratic Governor Tony Evers, Republican Senator Ron Johnson, the gridlock, the votes, it's all here. Upfront, Sunday morning at 9:30.
If your credit card debt is piling up, save money with a personal loan from WEA Credit Union. With rates as low as 7% APR, you can consolidate to have one low monthly payment and save money. Apply online at WEACU.com or call WEA Credit Union.
Thank you for 70 years. From WKOW, we've got you covered.
Well, if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, we've got you covered. The Winter Carnival at UW-Madison is underway, and there's one easy way to tell. Lady Liberty is back. She's here. Union Cruise inflated a replica of the landmark's head on Liberty Mall on Library Mall. There are other activities that are a part of the carnival, like a scavenger hunt and games at the terrace. It runs through tomorrow.
High school girls basketball teams are getting set to kick off the postseason, and we will be revealing the WIAA girls basketball playoff brackets this Sunday at 11 a.m. right here on WKOW, and also streaming on our website, WKOW.com. Join our sports team for a 1-hour special on Sunday. The 4th-ranked Wisconsin men's hockey team is hosting Notre Dame tonight. Sports director Carly Moranis is next with exciting highlights from the Kohl Center.
Ashley's President's Day sale starts now. Get up to 10 Benjamins in savings without a single Washington down. And save $700 instantly on this 6-piece sectional. Plus 5 years special financing with low monthly payments. Only at Ashley.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Get game day ready with these hot deals at Menards. Catch all the action with this amplified antenna, only $7.99. Steel folding chairs are just $9.98 each after rebate. Cheers. Bloody Mary mix is $4.69. And lots of matzo pizzas are $2 for $11. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry before time runs out. Sign up for Menards emails to get more hot deals, plus the weekly flyer right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app. Want to do it even faster? Here we go.
Oh, wow. U.S. Cellular works great out here. Wow. Still have 5G here, too. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working. Hey, thanks for the lift.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ashley's biggest President's Day sale starts now. Get the best mattress deals ever while they last. Save up to $1,100 on adjustable mattress sets, plus 5 years special financing with no money down. Don't miss it. Only at Ashley.
Now listen to Wake Up Wisconsin Weekend at 6 a.m. on WIBA AM.
Later on Nightline, worlds collide as football fans and devoted Swifties head to the Super Bowl.
Wake up your day with more stories.
Thanks for waking up with us.
More live coverage.
Live in downtown Madison, Melody.
And more weather and traffic updates.
It's time for your morning rush.
27 News, Wake Up Wisconsin. Weekday mornings from 4:30 to 7. We've got you covered.
27 Storm Track weather brought to you by Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealers.
Now 27 Sports with sports director Carly Morana, awarded Media Person of the Year.
The Badgers enter this weekend series against Notre Dame in second place in the Big Ten, just behind Michigan State and ranked 4th in the country. The Fighting Irish come into the Kohl Center 4th in the conference, but playing much better than that. Notre Dame scores 2 goals in the first period and holds the Badgers scoreless until the final minute of the second period. Things got crazy. Less than a minute to play, Badgers force a turnover. They push it ahead, nothing but open ice for Christian Fitzgerald, who goes right to left and cuts the lead to 1. Now just 15 seconds later, David Cilia follows it up with a putback goal as he goes top shelf. That ties things going into the third period. The Badgers scored 2 more, and check out this assist from Simon Tassi to seal the game. Wisconsin wins it 4-2. Here's head coach Mike Hastings.
Locker room's pretty calm in there. You know, the guys take their time and use it in a way, we communicate about a few things, but at the end of the day, you've got to lean on the guys that are the leaders in that locker room, and we did that tonight, and they came through. We've been in enough of these now that the guys just have a really good way about themselves, just going back out and saying, hey, let's get back after this. And I thought they did a really good job in the third, and again, we're rewarded for it.
The women's hockey team capping off its final road trip at Bemidji State. Badgers on the power play early in this one as Kirsten Sims sends it in for the goal. She had a hat trick tonight, and she wasn't the only one. Layla Edwards on the breakaway gets it past the goaltender, and what a move as you take another look at it here. And she also had a hat trick. Wisconsin wins its 12th straight, 10-0, the final. Well, the Bucks getting Damian Lillard back tonight after missing a couple of games with a sprained ankle, and also Patrick Beverly is in action for the first time in a Bucks uniform. Milwaukee hosting a shorthanded Charlotte Hornets team. First shot for Beverly, and he drills the triple. Bucks already up 11 in the first quarter. Also a big game for Malik Beasley, who was 7 of 9 from beyond the arc with 21 points. But perhaps the play of the night goes to Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Garbage time for the Bucks, but he's putting on a show still. Great move here as he gets to the bucket and scores, and Giannis going crazy for his brother. The Bucks win at 120-84. They have Denver on Monday.
And I came in real late last night. I tried to get the physical done. I wanted to come out here and play in front of these great fans. I hope I didn't disappoint. But I'm fortunate to get a win tonight.
Now to boys hoops. Stoughton, the 4th-ranked team in Division II, playing host to McFarland. Vikings out and running. Sawyer Shipper with the steal and the lay-in. Stoughton has a 27-14 lead, and they're starting to feel it. Ethan Zywicki cashes in from the corner to extend the lead. Spartans' Caden Meinhold trying to give his team a spark as he drains the triple, but Stoughton responding in a big way to end the half. Holding it here for the final shot. Shipper throws it up to LaShawn Brown, who's there for the alley-oop. Big-time bucket as Stoughton goes on to win this one, 71-42. And we have to give a shout-out to Barb. Barb. She's at the Stoughton game. She's a huge Stoughton fan, and she said we're in her living room every night. So,
Barb.
That's so nice. I know. And she had a good night because Stoughton got the win. So.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks for watching.
Cam.
Yeah, well, Sue Maddox got a win, too. These stinking clouds, man. They're killing me.
$27.
Oh, gosh. At least, you know, tomorrow should be a little bit easier. I say that now. 37 your high temperature Saturday. Sunday, 38. A nice weekend ahead.
All right. Have a great weekend.
All right. Bye-bye.